Look at Crocs. I'ma get Crocs up, baby. Get the crap. That's takeaway. The Peter stock game. Take me with you. What the hell is that thing? A coyote or kind of wombat or frick? What's going on here? What kind of mascot do you have, sir? Everybody looking at me.
Shake it, MP.
Tell me to shake it.
We know MP came ready to play.
He about to tear the roof off.
Damn straight, came ready to play my flip-flops, baby. Sorry, get down. Don't mess with my flip-flops. My flip-flops. I hear the drip. I'm so sick. I'm about to be sick. Big
Coming right up, the Spurs for the Los Angeles Lakers, playing at a high level deep into the season, and they're hungry to keep it going tonight.
Where you're at, bro.
Spurs, Lakers, coming up next on 2K Sports.
Tell you where you're at.
Welcome everyone to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. You look at the Lakers. They're sitting at the top of their conference right now with the #1 record. And of course, San Antonio sitting just one spot below them.
Right now for the Spurs, many of us experts earmarked them as favorites this season. And you know what? They have not disappointed thus far.
Yeah, this is the start they wanted to have, but their goals are much bigger. They're focused on playing into June and bringing home a championship.
So let's take a look at the Los Angeles Lakers starting lineup. LeBron and Vanderbilt, your small and power forwards. Then it's Luka Doncic. Then there's Hayes. And it's G in at the shooting guard position. And for San Antonio, Ball and Castle comprise the backcourt. Sohan and Wemby are the bigs. And it's Vassell in at the 3. And MP said he wanted to outplay every player in his rookie class. Easy to say, much harder to do.
We've had a lot of guys set out to be the top rookie in their class, but adjusting to this league can be more difficult than anticipated, which is why MP deserves high praise. His goal has been to be the best rookie, and so far, that's exactly what he's done.
Serving up some holiday basketball for you fans out there. Happy Thanksgiving Eve, everyone.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving Eve to you as well, my partner. I mean, there's just something special about watching basketball during the holiday season. Hey, and we're in for a treat. Always ready to fire. Castle wasting no time.
From deep. Rebound by San Antonio. And now we'll go to ILLiCit, who had a chance to talk with Greg Popovich.
He was just marveling at LeBron's ability to take advantage of any mistake you make, even a minor one. He said, if you're even a half step away from a guy defensively, LeBron will find that person. Coach is asking his guys to stay connected to shooters tonight.
And Allie, thanks.
Making a statement here early, going right to the rack. I love it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, you want to be aggressive and get the other guys on their heels.
Nice.
Oh, just an artful little reverse slam.
Power and style. That was sweet. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Thanks, guys. Well, the Spurs with some experienced additions, bringing in Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes, their mentorship is likely just as valuable to this young roster as their contributions on the court. And with legendary head coach Greg Popovich, they're creating an environment for growth in San Antonio. They're really building things the right way, guys.
All right, Shams, appreciate the report. Sends it home from three-point land.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Sohan outside. Inside. Here's Castle. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Castle's got 7 points in the game. And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And San Antonio making a change here. Fox is checked in. The Lakers also with a sub. Hachimura's checked in for Hayes. And James has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. And this team is in a fantastic rhythm right now. They've won 17 straight games.
Well, just to be able to be on the call and see these guys in person is a real treat. They've been the talk of the NBA during this streak. The question now becomes, can they sustain the focus and level of intensity? They are looking quite comfortably in control, so it's going to be interesting to see.
I mean, it seems like you could throw it up to Wembanyama on every offensive possession, and he'll slam it home.
G's shot is good.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Outside Wembanyama to the paint. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
How about Castle? He'll take any chance he gets to finish with power.
You know, Grant, you talk to scouts about Stephon Castle. They just feel like this guy's a winner.
Well, certainly we saw that at Connecticut. Now, as a freshman, he was a key piece in their title run. He actually turned up his game in the tournament, and that's rare for any freshman.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for San Antonio.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving.
All right, MP, get back in there.
San Antonio leading by 11. Vassell and Johnson are the 2 and the 3. Then there's Barnes. Then there's De'Aaron Fox. And it's Mamukelashvili in at the center position. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. G's shot is good.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Here's Fox. And rejected. They get it back. And gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line.
It's so hard to guard Fox without fouling him, especially when he's being the aggressor.
Grant, when you talk about De'Aaron Fox, what an exciting player.
That he is, and just now entering the prime years of his career. We've seen him make great strides the last few years, and it's scary trying to think just how much he can still improve.
And Los Angeles making a change here. James is checked in. Gives us a chance to catch up with ILLiCit.
Hey, Brian. Well, De'Aaron Fox, the inaugural 2023 Clutch Player of the Year, he said, quote, "You can't be afraid to fail. Obviously, you're not going to make every shot, but my team puts me in position to succeed, so the least I can do is have confidence in myself to take good shots." Brian?
Allie, thanks. You know, he's become a star. Down low. Pass to G. The 3 is up. And Another three for the Lakers.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Lakers trail by 7. And he converts the layup. G's got 20 points.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying it. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
Mamukelashvili passes to Vassell. Blocked! Here's G. Last game we saw him with 32 points. Rebounded by Fox. It's Barnes on the wing. And the three-pointer goes. Barnes has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Here's G. Give him 20. Kept alive.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Fox outside. Off target from outside.
Well, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
You know, Grant, after losing in the first round last season, it felt like changes were inevitable for the Lakers.
Yeah, making the playoffs isn't enough for that franchise. They are all about championship success, and anything short of that is a failure.
And Greg Popovich has called timeout, and we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. A big group substitution here for San Antonio. Wembanyama's checked in for Mamukelashvili. Sohan comes in for Johnson. Castle's checked in for Barnes. And it's Chris Paul in for Vassell. The Lakers also with a sub. Vanderbilt's checked in. Here's Castle. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. And they've been winning at a high level this season. Most games not even close. Their point differential is sky high.
Yeah, a lot of their games have been essentially over by the third quarter. Blowouts, big margins, really astonishing the dominance they displayed over the course of the season. I'm not sure we've ever seen a team so consistently dominant.
G's shot is good.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Fox against Reeves. Outside Paul. Pass to Wembanyama. Now Sohan. To the inside. Here's Castle. 5 on the clock. Wembanyama. Screen on Vanderbilt. Sohan. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And it's the Lakers' ball. They're on a 17-7 run. Here's G. And he misses the go-ahead basket. San Antonio has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. And that one drops. Castle's got 16 points.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Here's G. He nails it, and we're tied.
Woo! He's been red hot from three-point range. How long will he keep it up?
Paul passes to Sohan. Here's Fox. 40 seconds left in the second. Fox moving fast. Vanderbilt pulls it in. Vanderbilt's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense. Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Fox outside. Pass to Castle. Fires the 3. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
That's his 3rd triple of the night, forcing the defense to extend out.
Here's G. And Los Angeles, another 3.
And this has been the story for them so far. They've been lights out from range, particularly in this quarter.
And here's Fox. Off with the layup. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. The Lakers on top, up 2. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Thanks for tuning in.
And for that game against the Thunder, they have to be feeling pretty confident. Good teams win the games they're supposed to. We'll find out how good they are.
As we shift our focus now to the Spurs, it's a tight one after 2 quarters of play.
They're letting that team fire away from deep, and it's not doing.
Glad you could join us.
Not doing them any favors.
Half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. The life of an NBA head coach, Stan, is not easy. You've lived it. What's the toughest part of the job? And don't say dealing with the media.
Well, no, it's not. Brian, I think people would easily say it's the time spent away from home, and it's also the losing, quite honestly. But I think what my family had the hardest time with was how consumed I was as a coach during the season. So even when I was home, all I was doing was thinking about basketball.
And how many losses have you endured as a broadcaster, Coach?
0. Undefeated, Brian, undefeated.
And so in the game for Los Angeles, LeBron and Vanderbilt, your small and power forwards. Then there's Hayes, then it's Luka Doncic, and it's G in at the 2. Second half getting started, about a minute played. Shoots from the right block, and it's Paul getting it to go. Paul's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, and despite his relative lack of size, CP very crafty finishing inside.
All right, Stan, what's your take on this very youthful San Antonio Spurs roster?
Well, Brian, they've got the guy to build around. They're very exciting to watch. They've been gaining momentum. They're coming together as a unit, as a roster. And look, this team's got a chance to be very good together.
G's shot is good.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
To the middle. Oh, deflected and stolen by Vanderbilt. In transition, here they come.
All eyes on Luka. The defense forgot about his teammates.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Sohan outside. Inside. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Pass to G. And here's Hayes. Now, here is James. James from distance. Easy work.
Well, LeBron is a guy who can score from anywhere. He's comfortable taking long-range shots.
Ball passes to Sohan. Castle for 3. It's Hayes with the rebound.
Well, after draining 3 triples in the first half, he doesn't have any in the second half. I know he's disappointed, but he needs to remain aggressive.
Hold up. Bueno. ¿Qué es la casa, ma?
¿Ya comiste algo?
¿Mande?
¿Ya comiste algo?
Ah, ahorita me acabé el paquetito que me echó, ma.
¿El paquetito?
Ajá, el hot pocket.
No está bueno ese.
Sí, no tengo mucha hambre, ma.
Querido, si ir a la carne en la noche, entonces que te haga, ¿no quieres un espagueti?
Sí, ma, está bien.
No sé, yo la carne se traigo. Nomás la carne, porque se me dice que tengo espagueti. Es que nomás la carne va a traer y
Ok, ma.
y el chilito, hijo. Sí, porque mañana voy a ir a ver el partido de Alexandra y ya sirve de que te doy para mañana también eso, o que eso te cosita mañana.
Está bien, con eso está bien, ma.
Sí, te voy a la carne, traigo un espagueti, también se me antoja un espagueti. Ahorita comemos ahorita aquí unos frijolitos ahí guisaditos, sí. Pero eso como que a veces tampoco no tiene nada por qué comprar más fácil. Ahí repitieron el pozole, ni modo.
Wembanyama, the pass to Paul. Here's Vassell. Off target from three-point range.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass, really getting after it and being physical.
Out of bounds, it'll be Spurs ball. Both teams deciding to change it up. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. To the inside. And Castle with the basket on the assist by Paul. Paul's got his 6th assist of the night.
What a statement from Castle tonight, proving to the league he's going to be a problem for years to come.
Sohan and Wemby are the bigs. Paul and Castle comprise the backcourt, and it's Vassell in at the 3. That's who's in the game for the Spurs. Hayes, cash money on the open jump shot.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
San Antonio leading by 12. Here's Castle. And the layup is good off the glass. Castle's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, and that's where Castle is most effective, when he's getting downhill and attacking.
Here's T. Pass to Hayes. Outside Vanderbilt. Launches it. Nails it from beyond the arc.
The defense takes a chance, leaves him open at the arc, and he capitalizes. capitalizes.
San Antonio's gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the fourth. And the basket by Castle. Castle's got 12 points here in the second half.
Staying strong inside. Castle got touched up there, but it didn't throw him off.
Here's G. Offline with a 3. How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambling.
Pass to Castle. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
Well, with a comeback out of range, you can put a bow on this one. Good performance for the Spurs.
I was really impressed with their attitude today, Grant. Competitive game, they battled through every step of the way.
And BA, can you say big-time effort and energy? I mean, just a tremendous performance. They were well deserving of this win.
And this will get marked down as their 16th win of the year.
And with the win, the season series is tied 1-1. You have to love how competitive these games have been with 2 more left to play.
And what a huge performance it was for Stephon Castle.
Well, he came out with great energy and effort, doing everything he could possibly do to help his team.
Vassell outside. Wembanyama, screen on James. Vassell, he's open. Well, it was only a matter of time before they finally get the bucket.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
So we see the Spurs taking the W here. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be...
You win some, you lose some. Every game is a new day, MP.
Lakers fans, we hope to see you on our Lakers Pennant Day. The first 10,000 fans that arrive will receive this memorable giveaway. We will take the National Basketball Association and Los Angeles Lakers at Minnesota City.
How you doing, MG? I'm good, man. How about you? I'm chilling. Check out this pregame buffet. They got some good stuff. Nah, man. I try to eat light before the game. They got a Mediterranean chicken. Good. This should be interesting. Let's get it.
And we welcome you to this NBA Cup game with a bit more riding on the line here than usual. Kevin Harlan with you, joined by Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge reporting courtside. So the Lakers win the tip. And through this early portion, Greg, of the season, we've had our fair share of surprises.
Yeah, it's fun to see the preseason predictions go up in flames, right? Every year it feels like we have at least one team that overachieves and shocks us all.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3, the small forward. Now James, after the missed 3 from Chet Holmgren. To the inside. G, good. And the assist goes to Doncic. G's got 5 now.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Pass to Holmgren. We're about 1 minute into the first. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a 2-pointer. A rebound by the Lakers. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
That was a rough outing. They did a few good things, but the inconsistencies caught up to them in that one.
To be perfectly frank with you, I'm surprised it was as close as it was. I thought they were outclassed all night.
Outside Williams. Doncic against Dort. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Five on the clock, and they get it. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
And once he got up in the air, he just decided, you know what, I'm going to stay here for a while. I'm going to hit you with a little float. Float on. And he finally takes it down for the finish.
You mentioned the floaters on this. Absolutely. Good reference. Good reference.
I love when Shea does not just settle for a layup. Finish with authority. What a pretty dunk.
And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers, Greg, can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower.
Now Williams, after the missed 3 from G. Outside Williams. To the middle. A nice shot by Hartenstein.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Another 3 that time. A beautiful shot from G. 11 points in the game.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an elite scorer. Coach Mark Daigneault said the sign of a good player is being a source of reliable offense. At the same time, he's learned to impact the game in other ways, and that's why he's a really good player. He's not just a hired gun scorer. Kevin?
Totally agree, D.A. He is a franchise cornerstone type of guy. And we thank you for the report. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists tonight.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now, here's Dort. He has yet to score. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. From down in the low post, it goes.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And a wide-open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Yeah, there's a competitive toughness to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He comes right back with a 3 of his own.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Hachimura, he's checked in for Hayes. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Vanderbilt. Connect, he's checked in for LeBron. And it's Austin Reeves in for Luka Doncic. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Alex Caruso comes in for Holmgren. Isaiah Joe, he's checked in for Dort. And it's Cason Wallace in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's G. Last time out, he had 44 points. A 3-pointer is right on target.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
Caruso sets the screen for Williams. Lays it up off the glass.
Yeah, I mean, Jalen Williams got as great a basketball frame as you could hope for. That's strength right there.
Here's G. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Wallace. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Puts up a three. That one doesn't drop. And so it's Los Angeles, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. They've had... And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
And they've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
So the Thunder 5 right now. Williams is out there with Williams. And it's Alex Caruso. Then there's Isaiah Joe. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the 1 spot. Drills it from outside. G's got 28 points for the game.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Joe passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. There's the 3. The Lakers with the rebound.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Well, the ascension of Jalen Williams, Doris, has been swift and very fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely, Kevin. He became very quickly in his second season a number 2 option and, frankly, borderline 1A option. And it's not just his offensive game, Kevin. This guy has become a stout defender. He's got the perfect NBA frame, and he fits in personality-wise.
Good act.
Come on.
The three-pointer, no good. So the Thunder, their last game, a loss to the Warriors in San Francisco. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound.
I think he's got to settle down, because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter, he has been completely bothered.
Jacks up a 3. Hachimura, no good.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Joe can't get it to go.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Los Angeles with another miss. Thunder trailing by 18. Pass to Caruso. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, he's been cooking, but the teammates, he's just not getting a lot of support from them.
Nice passing here by Los Angeles. To the paint. Here's G. A stupendous finish in traffic. G's got 33 points.
Well, all night he has made an impact at the offensive end. Now he's trying to shut the door.
Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris.
So it's Los Angeles looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Things have been clicking offensively, defensively, you name it. And they are riding this wave of momentum. We've got more in store for you right after this.
They've been in fuego from downtown, finding space and letting it go, showing.
Taking a peek now at the up. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at G in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Up in the front court, the forwards are James and Vanderbilt. G is out there with Doncic, and it's Hayes in at the 5 spot. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career, but the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger. Here he's it from three-point range.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Another shot, and it's good on the way up. And the Lakers lead by 20.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
We all know that SGA is very capable of averaging 30 for a season. Tonight's exploit should come as no surprise.
And that one's good by G.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Count it, good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 this quarter.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Here's G. Hits the three-point bomb.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on LeBron James. Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Jackson Hayes. Hachimura comes in for Vanderbilt. Konechny's checked in for James. And it's Austin Reeves in for Luka Doncic. And that one's good by G.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. Last season, the NBA again set records for attendance. Overall, arenas were filled to 98% of capacity. Commissioner Adam Silver says we're in a great position.
Good! Another from 3.
He's got his defense scrambling, and even when they've got 2 guys on him, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for 3-pointers in a single game.
And he made the right read.
We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Right at the free throw line. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
So the Thunder 5 right now. They've got Isaiah Joe, Alex Caruso out there with Williams. Then there's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the 3 spot.
That is Lou Dort coming with bad intentions, folks.
From deep three-point land. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Williams has got 5 rebounds tonight. Dort finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Caruso. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Inside, Williams. Outside, Dort. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Dort's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, tremendous job having hands ready, feet prepared. Catch and shoot opportunity for Lou Dort is good.
There's the triple. Connects again from distance.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us does tonight. Just keeps knocking them down from deep.
Craig, he has just exploded from beyond the arc. That last make tying him for second in most threes in a game.
And he's tied Curry's mark from 2016, which was the top spot for threes in a game for a short while. It's been that kind of takeover display that we've seen here tonight.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's checked in for Williams. Holmgren comes in for Alex Caruso. And it's Williams in for Isaiah. And again for three.
There it is. A shot that puts him at the top of the record book.
Well, Greg is now tied for the mark for most threes in a single game. In one word, amazing.
In all those great shooting performances from Klay Thompson, well, this night belongs right there with him.
Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Here's G. Poked away.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
Here's G. Connects again from distance.
Unbelievable. Gets the record with a beautiful three.
A new single-game record, GA, in a night that everyone will remember for the rest of their lives.
And Klay Thompson, viewed as one of the best shooters ever to play this game. Hard to believe that the mark of 14 made threes has been passed here this evening.
Oh, and a treat awaits us all as we get a chance now to hear from MP himself. Center court, Mike in hand.
Obviously, this isn't something you really prepare for. It's crazy. Setting the record for threes in a game. It takes me back to what it took to get here. All those hours alone in the gym with just my dreams. Now they're coming true. It's because of all the hard work that I put in and also all the hard work that my teammates put in. So thank y'all. And I also want to thank all the three-point shooters from NBA history, the ones that made this shot into the weapon that it's become. Steph, Dame, Ray, Larry. Now you got to add my name to the list. And I'm just getting started. So thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Said by MP. Bravo, MP. Accepting this honor while staying focused. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Pass to Dort. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Over G. The Lakers with the rebound. Hayes has got his 5th rebound in this one.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Lakers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for G.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
I got the whole interview before the match ended.
Now, here's George. Defended by Vincent. Taken away by Hayes. Into the lane. Here's G. Rebound by Williams. And the foul called on G. That is his first foul. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This team is still perfect in the NBA Cup. 4-0. They are group winners.
And now as we enter the knockout stage, they're one of my favorites in the Cup. Hey,
good luck the rest of the way, bro. Appreciate it, bro. You too. Stay healthy. Yeah.
Joe, when you're as hot as you were tonight, does it feel like you're playing a different game from the other 9 guys on the court?
You want to play free, but if you get caught up in your own stuff, you can kill the game flow, drag yourself and your team out of it, and you're going to hear from the fans, that's for sure. Michelle.
Do you care how long your record lasts?
Yep. No, not at all. You know, records only really come to life when they're threatened or broken. So I'm glad I gave the future something to shoot for.
Thanks, MP.
Thank you, Michelle.
Good game, MP. Call the electrician because MP just shot the lights out.
One of the tips from here? I don't know. Down there, Briar. Crisp them right up.
No, that's a good idea. I might have to do that myself.
Right? Right? Isn't that what I said?
Just looked at my phone and MP made how many threes tonight? My guy is crazy.
Can I just put this? Good, MP.
Machachito man.
Hello and welcome to Sunday night NBA action here on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Utah Jazz against the Los Angeles Lakers. Brian Anderson here, with me, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Joining us courtside is ILLiCit. Now let's check out the Western Conference standings and see how they look here in December. Taking a look at the Lakers, they love where they stand right now. First place. And, of course, the Jazz pretty far behind right now. And now the Los Angeles starters. At the forward slots, it's LeBron and Hachimura. Then it's Luka Doncic. Then there's Hayes. And it's...
Hold up. Let me smoke my ball.
G in at the 2. And for Utah, Collins and Kessler there in the middle. Clarkson the 2 and Markkanen is the 3. And it's George in at the point. You know, in game 2 of a back-to-back, just how drained are you from yesterday as a player?
You know, BA, proper rest and stretching can help a lot. But you're not going to be your usual self at the start of game time. Believe that.
Gets the 3 to fall.
And as a ball handler, Clarkson knows how to outwork the defense and make those openings for himself.
From deep three-point land, Utah grabs the miss. Time now to hear from our reporter, ILLiCit.
I briefly spoke with Will Hardy. I asked Coach what it's like facing LeBron now versus earlier in his career, and he quickly responded, not much. He's still extremely difficult to game plan for. Even at this stage of his career, he remains a dominant force. So limiting his production will be crucial for them in this matchup. Guys?
All right, Allie, thanks once again.
One of the most ferocious dunkers we've ever seen. James still enjoys putting on a show.
Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now here's George. 9 points for him in his last game.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's Hayes. Hachimura, the pass to James. Drills it from deep. James has got 5 now.
I like how fast Bron makes decisions, reading the defense ahead of time, rising and shooting with confidence.
And how about LeBron? Even if he's no longer the clear-cut best player in the league, he can still take over a game, RJ.
Oh, make no mistake, he is still the best when he needs to be. Absolutely has a switch that gets flipped when he needs it. It's not on for 48 minutes, but he can definitely turn it on for a few.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
His first personal, first team foul. At the line for the Jazz, Jordan Clarkson.
Well, the Jazz are one of just 10 NBA franchises to never win a championship, Brand.
Yeah, you know, it's so hard to believe considering they have the 4th best winning percentage in NBA history. Think about it. If it weren't for one Michael Jordan, they'd probably have 2 rings.
Now here's Clarkson. Give him 8 points now. Markkanen, the pass to Collins. Back to Markkanen. Kicks it out to Collins. From downtown, it's Hayes with the rebound. Los Angeles has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Here's G. Another miss. He's 1 for 4 from the field.
I'd like to see him a bit more efficient. He has not been great this quarter.
Doncic against George. Pass to Kessler. Now here's Markkanen. Here's the 3. Doncic grabs the miss. Here's G. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. G's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
All eyes on Luka. The defense forgot about his teammates.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk.
MP.
Utah leading by 3. They've got Jordan Clarkson. Collier is out there with Colin Sexton. Then it's Filipowski. And it's Hendricks in at the power forward position. That's the group for Utah, getting going in the second. Down low. Here's G. Lays it up and in, despite excellent defense. G's got 7 points in the game.
The all-around game of Reeves continuing to develop. You just love that pass.
And here's Clarkson. Give him 8. To the paint. Here's Filipowski. He's defended by Hayes. The shot by Filipowski, no good. To the middle. Here's G. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Utah with the ball. Pass to Collier. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Chalk up 2 there. Collier's got his second basket.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Here's G. And it's all tied up.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Clarkson outside. Puts up a 3. Rebound, the Lakers. Hayes has got 4 rebounds now.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
G's shot is good.
And his ability to efficiently score, that's really helped him out in this one, putting them ahead on the scoreboard.
Here's Collier. He's got 5. It's going to be on LeBron James. That's his first foul of the game. Springer, he's checked in for Clarkson.
First team foul. Checking in for the Jazz. Number 11, Jaden Springer.
Pass to Springer. Here's the pick. There's the 3. And Reeves pulls it down.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
And his defenses have adjusted to Austin Reeves scoring. Richard, he's countered with the pass.
Austin Reeves doesn't get enough credit for how good his handle is, how much it's improved. It's allowed for him to score, get into different places, and make these passes.
Now here's Sexton. He's got 7. Springer misses.
Ooh, he got a little ahead of himself there, and it cost him dearly.
Here in quarter 2, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. G passes to Hayes. Left side Reeves.
Shoot it!
Earl from long range. Fires in the triple. Now it's a 5-point Laker lead.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
So both teams changing it up here. Let's have a look at the early favorites to compete in this year's three-point contest. Many of the top shooters in the league.
Most of these guys are going.
So it's Los Angeles with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. 3 points is better than 2. They built this lead by tacking on that extra point at the end of possession. More 2K action in just a moment.
What is that?
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Player of the Month awards are in. Let's check them out. Looking at the East, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
No surprise to see Giannis take home the award. It's almost a surprise when he doesn't win it.
And turning our attention to the first half, a positive start for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Benchmark.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Jazz trail by 9. And so in the game for the Lakers, at the forward slot, it's LeBron and Hachimura. Then there's Hayes. Then it's Luka Doncic. And it's G in at the 2. No problems knocking that one down. Clarkson's got 10 points in the game.
Good maneuver to get inside. Clarkson is sneaky.
Out to Hachimura. Pass to G. From deep three-point land. Kessler with a rebound. Kessler's got 4 rebounds now. Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian. The Jazz are making progress. Coach Will Hardy said his team has shown grit and character and has developed a lot of confidence. When we're going through game preparation, the players walk away knowing if they do certain things, they can win. It's a big step in the right direction.
A bright future, Allie. Thank you. Well, RJ, you got traded a couple of times for good reason. What's it like off the floor?
I don't need your quips, BA, but it is crazy. You get a phone call and bam, you can move across the country. And while it's hard on you, you understand it comes with playing in this league and having this job.
The Lakers with another miss.
Stumbling to start the second half. 3 straight misses.
Clarkson passes to Collins. And then it's Collins
Let that,
with the dunk.
A high flyer. Collins playing above the rim and then coming down with force.
He's been off. Still, they're up, so not all is lost.
Markkanen inside. Check by James. Markkanen misses.
There wasn't a lot of resistance there at the rim. He just tricked off a little bunny.
Here's G. Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 14.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Jazz trail by 5. Now here's George. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game. Here's G. Good. G's got 16 points.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
Richard, it's nice to have the versatility of a guy like Hachimura. Equally comfortable at either forward position.
Well, he's got the size and strength of a modern-day NBA power forward, but he also has the ability to stretch the floor and knock down a 3. That's a nice combo.
Yeah, offensively, Clarkson has been hot, and you know it's motivating everyone else on his team, too.
11 feet out. The rebound by the Jazz. Markkanen's got 4 rebounds in the game. Collins outside. Clarkson outside. And a miss there on the triple. The Lakers lead by 5. James passes to G. The 3. The shot's good on the assist by James. James has got 3 assists in the game.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. A different look for Utah. Filipowski, he's checked in for Collins. Collins second. Look here for Utah. Hendricks comes in for Kessler. And Mikhailuk subbed in for Markkanen. Fires from way outside. Gee, no good.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
We've got Colin Sexton. He's out there with Collier. Filipowski out there with Sviatoslav Mikhailuk. And it's Hendricks in at the 4. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Lakers?
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
And also the number of points they've scored in the paint has been impressive. This coaching staff encouraging them to keep going inside.
The Jazz making a switch here. Martin's checked in. James passes to G. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. G's got 21 points in the game.
Every time this man gets an assist, it feels like every other night he just moves up the all-time leaderboard.
1 minute in now in the 4th quarter. Jazz trail by 19. Here's Collier. That one's good for 2.
They need to run plays for him, get him more touches, whatever it takes to get him producing.
Pass to Hayes. Doncic outside. Here's G. Rolled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though. G's gotten 4 this quarter.
Gifted moving the ball. Luka is one of the best passers in the league.
Oh, there's the alley. It's stolen by James.
Good shit.
G's shot is good. G's got 13 in the second half.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Stripped away. On the break. Sexton grabs the board. And so it's Sexton who brings up the ball for the Utah Jazz. It's Hayes with the rebound. Hayes has got 6 rebounds in the game. James passes to G. Oh, now that's how you finish a break. Throw it down with force.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. So Utah ends up going with a new group. George outside. Good D by Doncic. The Lakers lead by 23. It's stolen by Clarkson. Inside. Here's Collins over Hachimura. Kicks it to George. Markkanen outside for 3. Rebounded by the Lakers.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Nice shot by George.
Just a gutsy play by George inside, finding the close-range look.
Here's G. Lets a 3 fly. Sinks it from distance. G's got 30 points.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
And it's Clarkson missing.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Gee, no good. Utah's gone 0 for 3 here in the 4th. And Keontae George gets a whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
We broke 100.
So it's the Lakers easily grabbing this one. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never...
Wonder what happened.
They really thought they had a chance tonight. Man, that was crazy. You look like Craig Hodges out there. Fans we've seen yet. Make sure you disappoint. You were the top rookie last month and every month. Not every month.
A well-dressed group of Timberwolves as they love playing in front of their raucous home crowd. Welcome everybody to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Los Angeles Lakers. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. A moment here now to see the numbers for Naz Reid.
And something has really clicked for him at the free throw line. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. A switch flips and all of a sudden you're locked in.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Up in the front court, the forwards are James and Vanderbilt. G is out there with Doncic, and it's Hayes in at the 5. And for the Timberwolves, Conley and Edwards are the guards. Randall out there with Naz Reid, and it's McDaniels in at the small forward position. How does the development, Greg, of role players affect the team?
It can be a major factor. Being able to fill the needs of a team, that's what it's all about. A shot here, a block there, structural players, critical. Here we go.
It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. Hayes in the post, guarded by Reid. The shot's good from Hayes.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Here's G. Rebound, Minnesota. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I mean, their execution at times was flawless, but they also made some mistakes that ultimately did them in.
And, you know, it's never easy trying to win away from home. They were close, but just needed a little more push at the end.
Mike Conley grabs the miss. Timberwolves on offense. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good now.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense.
Oh, he fouled me.
Finals run.
Fuck
and
that.
Let's take a moment to honor the Western Conference Player of the Week, G.
And you can see how valuable he is to the team with the amount of offense that he generates. Rarely is there a bucket where he didn't have a hand in creating it.
Conley scanning the floor. Got a piece of it. And so it looks like the
Timberwolves
will
fuck out my house.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
Edwards just doesn't allow defenders to bottle him up. Great focus and persistence.
Lakers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Doncic passes to G, fires the 3, gets the three-pointer to fall.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Randall outside. Back to Conley. Here's McDaniels. Hands it from downtown.
McDaniels with the big answer.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. From downtown. Rebound, Minnesota.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Anthony Edwards is a classic two-guard, Clark, a spectacular player. What has impressed you most about his development?
Well, he's got a great body. He had it when he got into the league after just 1 year of college. Tremendous basketball body, strength and length and bounce. Now he's worked on refining his skill. I think the biggest thing that's impressed me is not only his work ethic, but his poise. He's not a guy that plays frantically. He plays with intentionality and purpose, and that's a tough thing to do when you've got his athletic ability and you're as young as he is.
Connect, he's checked in for Vanderbilt. Outside Conley. Reed kicks to Randall. For 3, Edwards. It's hauled in by Doncic. Los Angeles is gone. 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. 1:52 left to play in the first quarter. Good on the three-point shot.
Don't know what you're thinking, but you got to get out on that or Luka's going to cook you.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
I had a chance to catch up with Chris Finch. Now, if you think Luka Doncic is a problem, you're right. Coach told me he reads the situation as well as anyone. We'll try to give him different looks. The goal is just to slow him down and try to make someone else beat us. We'll see where it ends up. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks so much, David. Here is Edwards. A 24-point outing in their last game against the Clippers.
And he was relentless in that one. I mean, he wanted to be the first to every rebound and almost was.
Now here's Hachimura. Anthony Edwards unable to get his last shot to go in. And that one's good by G.
Really doesn't matter what position LeBron is playing, the point, the 4 or the 5, James changes games with his passing ability.
Outside Edwards. Randall outside. Reed with a screen on LeBron. Randall no good. Lakers leading by 3. Bounce pass, Hachimura. Count it.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
And so it's Randall bringing it up now for Minnesota. Outside Conley. LeBron against Randall. Takes it inside. Here's Reed. Another miss by Minnesota. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. And the shot is good. 10 points for G.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Here's Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how brilliant throwdown.
Exercising his authority.
Three.
And a lineup change here for the Lakers. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Taking a look at the Lakers. In it forward for him, it's James and Hachimura. G is out there with Shake Milton. And it's Hayes in at the 5, down low.
I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations.
Oh, man! What a finish!
Nah,
Show us what you got, young fella. Anthony Edwards. Love to see you operate like that.
And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And you see, don't you, Clark, the steady progression year over year for Anthony Edwards.
Well, he's already an all-star since his 3rd season. With Edwards, the chance is there. If he continues to show the same improvement he's shown thus far, then he's going to be MVP caliber, and I dare say, perhaps the face of the league for several years to come.
Lakers leading by 3. Here's G. Good, and the assist goes to James. G's got 4 points this quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Randall. Good work defensively by Hachimura.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Look at this little fella going in there and eating up some glass.
Over in the corner, Edwards. Another miss by Minnesota. Los Angeles has gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. And that one's good by G.
And right there, you see the decision-making ability of Hachimura. Sets his man up perfectly.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Edwards finds Conley. Takes the 3. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Edwards.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Here's G, and they come right back with their own 3-pointer. G's got 19 points.
And that gets him going here in the second after hitting 2 from long range in that first.
Up top, Edwards. James defending. And the rejection by James.
My guy over here got too excited, ran to the crowd.
We've reached the end of the first half of play. Lakers lead by 7. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the 3rd quarter underway.
Better make that shit. Better make that shit. Okay. Does anybody ever make it?
And thank you for joining us as
offense is clicking right now. They're playing high quality ball, selfless. I'm surprised they're not up by more.
Yo, that being
now. And that's all for us. Now it's time to.
Nobody wants to hear you.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at G in this game, he's been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Nas Reed out there with Randall, and it's Conley in at the point. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, Mike Conley's leadership is huge for the Wolves. Rudy Gobert says his presence on the court, but especially in the locker room, is invaluable. Coach Chris Finch said he's given us everything and more. Conley says to have this kind of trust from everyone is why I'm here. This is what I'm supposed to do. Kevin?
He is a class act. David, thanks. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
Conley, the pass to Edwards. A rebound by the Lakers. Doncic has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Timberwolves trail by 8. Outside Conley. handle outside. They get it back. Edwards misses from close range.
You know, he's been off tonight, off his game. At this point, he might want to focus on creating for others.
Here's G. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 4 assists in the game.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Some changes for the Lakers. .26 seconds left in the third quarter. Driving inside. And the Lakers with another miss. Timberwolves trail by 10. Here's Alexander Walker. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen. Tell you what, fellas, he is fun to watch when he's working like that and getting to the hoop.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 10-point lead, some breathing room heading into the break, and it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll return shortly. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. G is out there with Gabe Vincent. Then it's Rui Hachimura. Then it's Connect. And it's LeBron in at the 4. G, no good.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
DiVincenzo kicks to Gobert. Here's Shannon. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Los Angeles leading by 8. Vincent the pass to G. Lets it go with a 3. Connects from three-point range. G's got 31.
Boy, he's demanding the ball. He wants it, and he's coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
They set the pick. Bounce pass from Alexander Walker. And the rejection by James. Hachimura kicks to James. Here's G. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
They've made a point to protect the rim, challenging shots all game long, and the block total is off the charts.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
Timberwolves trail by 10. Alexander Walker passes to DiVincenzo. Gobert the screen. Down low. Out to the right wing. Here's Minot. Offline with his 3. Beyond the arc. And that one's good by G. G's got 17 points here in the second half. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. And then for the Lakers, Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for Rui Hachimura. Vanderbilt comes in for Connect. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Vincent. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch told the team, and it was an intense huddle. Coach challenged his team, told them the effort's not there. It has to get better. See if those words work, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And G drops them both. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for Minnesota. Down by 15. Reed finds Conley. Left side, Edwards. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
Outside Conley. Here he goes. And so the ball's out of bounds. Vanderbilt touched it last. Here's Edwards. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with it. Tough day so far.
And they pick up 2.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial. I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
Lakers passing it around. Here's G. Again, Los Angeles.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Lakers.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to... And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This crowd was stunned by the...
Welcome in. Thanks for coming in.
I'm on her muted. Be right back.